Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is IME Live, and I am Jamie Dodd, your host today. I'd like to welcome everybody back to our program. I promised you in our last broadcast that we would be having some very interesting discussions and conversations. And I hope that you find that this is one of the most, because I'd like to introduce you to members of our AMA team here in St. Louis. Let's just begin to my left.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nazish Sia, and I've been with this organization since its start. And it is a very unique organization, and I'm looking forward to working with everyone and with all of you as well, inshallah.
Sister Nazish has been a tremendous supporter. We are very grateful for her participation and support.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Fatima Rahmani, and I am involved with AMA as the communications intern. I am also studying at St. Louis University.
Thank you, Fatima. Sister Mara.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mara Zabibi. It's very nice to be here with all of you. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I joined AMA since its inception, and it's an honor to be part of AMA. Right now, I work as a director in the Salam Day School Early Childhood Center.
In St. Louis, Missouri.
In St.
right
Louis,
here.
Missouri, yes.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Arla, and with IMA, I'm a resource intern working on various duties and communication. I'm also a student at St. Louis University, and I'm excited to be talking with all of you today about our organization and what we offer.
Thank you, Ola. So let's get back to Sister Mara, because I would like to talk a little bit about how AMA began. As I recall, it was in 2017. I was a recent revert. I reverted to Islam in 2015. And I got a call from Sister Mara, who at that time was in charge of the Early Childhood Center, and you were interested in changing the Early Childhood Center into a Montessori school. It was already part of the Islamic school, but you wanted to turn it into Montessori. And because you knew that I was involved in Montessori education and have been for many years, that
Yes, actually, I remember, I think as you said, it was in 2017. I met you in one of the places, and you introduced yourself to me as being the operational manager or the director of Hope Montessori. And it was like a dream. I love Montessori since I was studying. And it was like my dream to have all the schools, transfer all the schools into Montessori schools, because Montessori is the best thing ever for any child. So when I met Dr. Jamie, it was like, something like sparked in my mind. And I spoke to her and I told her, I have a dream and I don't know if you can help me in transforming the Early Childhood Center here in St. Louis into a Montessori school. And this is the way our small story started.
yeah, that's right.
Alhamdulillah.
That's where it all began. And of course, I was thrilled at the opportunity to work with you and to do anything that I could to support the early childhood program there at Al Salam Day School. So, and as we began along the path of getting your teachers through the teacher education program, the light bulb went off for me that, wow, Islamic Montessori education is Islamic education. It is Montessori education, but it's really a different animal. And these teachers need a unique kind of membership support. Of course, we have the American Montessori Society that supports Montessori teachers globally, but Islamic Montessori teachers are a niche market. It's a very specific need, and it doesn't always align with the needs of Montessorians broadly.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I totally agree. And when you said you're going to start this organization, I was one of the biggest supporter of this because we as Islamic schools were missing this. We need this organization that helps us improve. And because our long-term goal is to instill peace all over the world. And this is going to be done with the mission and the vision of IME.
That's certainly our intention. We have some members of this team have some firsthand experience with Montessori education, and I don't want to put anyone on the spot, but perhaps someone would like to share some of that.
So I attended Montessori school in my early childhood years, and that was just Montessori, not Islamic Montessori. But later on, I went to an Islamic school, and I, at that time, wasn't thinking of the parallels. But now looking back, I see what I gained from both types of learning, and I see why this fusion makes so much sense and how powerful it could be for Muslim children and just any children who are trying to learn these values and have a positive environment for growth. And I also went to public school for many years. And so I think just seeing the differences in how my learning was, my mindset, and the culture that a school can create and the impact it can have on a person has really inspired me to continue to be involved with AMA because I think education at a school is so powerful on a person's development.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. And I think this is really exciting because when my kids were little, there was a Montessori, and then there were public schools, and there were Islamic schools. But honestly, what was really missing is what this organization will bring. The Islamic schools are, alhamdulillah, there, but what we're focusing here on AMA is not the quantity, but the quality. And that is so important. I feel every child deserves this. And so although my kids have grown up, I am hopeful for my grandchildren and all the future children that inshallah will come. And I hope that the generations to come will benefit from this. It's just a beautiful, beautiful organization that is working so passionately for the growth of a child and making a better person for the community, for the society, for this world, inshallah. And I hope that we are able to fulfill what we have started.
Alhamdulillah.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, you have some firsthand experience, don't you?
Yeah,
As well.
so I did also attend a Montessori school in Syria, but I think when I really started to kind of understand Montessori on like a theoretical or educational basis, and not so much as like a practical basis, is when the transformation of the Early Childhood Center happened. And so I remember my mom went to get her certification with the Hope Montessori program, and she would bring home these gigantic binders, and she would really have homework to do. I mean, it was serious study. And she would ask me every once in a while to help her sort some things, cut material and papers and things of that nature. And so I, spent a couple hours over that summer when the training had happened, really absorbing a lot of this theoretical understanding of how Montessori works. And so I remember reading about why and how you actually have a respect-based, relationship between a child and a teacher. I have the copy of Dr. Maria Montessori's autobiography. And so you have these like understandings, small understandings here and there. From that, I think I really began to understand why Montessori was so special. And then as, the Early Childhood Center changed, I got to also go in every once in a while to the building itself and also see how the Islamic environment really beautifully complemented Montessori. And so I think that's been really special to see. And I pray that it continues growing.
That's awesome. One thing I would like to mention and bring up is the fact everybody here has shared something about their experience or their familiarity or their reflection on AMA or on Montessori and Islam.